Yes.
Welcome, my darlings. Hang on a second, Damali. You can tell me in just a minute what you need, okay? We're going to just get started with our main topic for the day. And then we'll definitely have a chance at the end to say hi to everybody again and do all that lovely stuff. So let's see if I can remember how to make it look like a slideshow. And we are going to work a little bit with shapes today. So we haven't done any shapes in second grade yet. So this is kind of exciting. Juliana, could you unmute and read me the English one? And then Gabby, would you read me in Spanish? Okay, go ahead, Ju.
I can describe and name different closed shapes.
Thank you.
Yo puedo describir y nombrar diferentes formas
Cerradas, muy bien.
cerradas.
So we are looking at different shapes, and that says closed shapes. Does anybody know what a closed shape might be or might look like? Can you make a closed shape with your hands? Maybe try and show me what a closed shape would look like and an open shape would look like. So I see Amanda's got a closed shape. She's making this like rectangle and it's all the way closed. There's no open part. So that would be a closed shape. Amanda, oh, Gabby's got a closed circle. It's closed. If I open it up like this, is it closed? Is this a closed shape?
I did an oval.
Oh, an oval. Very good. So it's closed. But we can't have any part that's open. That would make it an open shape. All right. So today we're looking at describing closed shapes. So now can everybody try and make a closed shape with their hands now that they've seen a couple examples? I'm looking at your cameras, okay? So please put your hands up, Jana and Javian, and can I see a closed shape from you guys in the camera? So we had somebody try an oval, somebody did a circle. You can repeat one of the ones you saw. Oh, Jana's got a triangle going on that's closed.
I got a diamond. Yeah. I got like
a diamond. There we go, Damali. Great, guys. Okay. So let's look at some shapes. We have a lot of shapes here. A lot of these we've seen before. Some of them we have not maybe worked with in a while. So I covered up the names so you couldn't see them. And I'm going to ask people to try and name them. So we're going to go through the whole top row and then the whole bottom row. And then I'll show you the answers at the end and we'll see if we're right. All right, how about this light blue one? You can unmute yourself and say what you think the light blue one is. And you can stay unmuted because we're going to do all of them. What do we think this light blue shape is called? Any ideas? This one's actually the trickiest one on the page.
Closed.
It's a closed shape. She's totally right. It's closed. Any idea what its special name is? This is one we haven't seen before, huh? It looks like a rectangle, but look, it's tilted, right? So that makes it something different. Don't worry, guys. We'll find out the name at the end. All right, yellow. Everybody, you know the yellow shape.
Star.
Green shape. What's the green shape?
Triangle.
How about the red one? Diamond. The orange one at the bottom.
Rectangle.
The blue one.
Hexagon.
Count the sides.
8.
So a hexagon's a really good guess, but hexagons have 6 sides. So if this has 8 sides, does anybody have an idea what it might be called?
Hexagon. 8-sagon.
Oh, she's got some ideas. Something with 8, right? All right, we'll have to find out the answer.
Octagon.
Oh, Rihanna, you snuck in there. Octagon. The purple shape.
Square.
And the pink shape.
Hexagon.
Count the sides.
Hexagon.
Count the sides.
5. Hexagon.
Who said that? Somebody said pentagon and I heard it. Who was it?
Pentagon.
Was that Amanda?
Hexagon, I think.
So a hexagon has 6 sides, right? And so we found out this one only had 5. This one's called 8 pentagon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to exit my slideshow for a second. delete these so we can see the answers. All right, so the top one was called a parallelogram. Can we all say that? It's kind of like a tongue twister.
Rhombus.
Parallelogram.
Oh, I got it right.
Parallelogram. And then the one that we named a diamond can also be called a rhombus. Okay, a diamond or a rhombus. And then we've got the rectangle, like we said, octagon, like Rihanna helped us get because it had 8 sides. And then the pentagon, which somebody, I think Amanda helped us get, which had 5 sides. All right, so now we're going to do the same thing with our second page. All right, so now we're trying to name, these are shapes that are different than the ones we saw on the last page. What's different about the ones we just saw and these shapes? Who can describe what's the big difference? What do you need, Damali?
The big difference about these shapes is that all of them are 3D.
Okay.
And the other ones weren't.
Thank you so much. Can you help describe a little bit more? What does 3D mean?
What does 3D mean?
Yeah.
3D means 3-dimensional.
3-dimensional. And so it means that all of the shapes that we saw before were 2D, 2-dimensional. They're flat. And all of these ones are 3-dimensional, like Damali said. That means they're solid. They can stand up. So let's see if we can guess the names of each shape. You're going to see, can you guys see my little arrow?
Cone.
So wherever my arrow is, say the name. You can unmute. I heard Amanda. Go ahead, everybody else. What's this one called?
Triangle.
Not when it's a solid shape. It's a cone.
Cone.
Gabby, remember these are the 3D ones, okay? So it looks like a triangle, but if it's 3D, it's a cone.
Cone.
How about this guy?
Cube. Square.
Cube.
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 It has faces that look like squares, but it's solid, so it's a cube.
It's a cube.
Okay, great. This one?
Here.
Sphere. Somebody remembers that from first grade.
Damali, I did.
I'm skipping to this one down here in the middle.
I learned about that one, but I
Tube. It's a tube.
Not another cube. This one's got a circle on the top, a circle on the bottom. It starts with the sound.
Cylinder.
And then these other two, I don't think we've learned about before. Can I ask?
Oh, the what? I know.
I think we learned about the last one.
I'm going to ask my friends to stop drawing on my screen, please, okay? So if that's one of my friends, please stop. All right, so here's the shapes. You guys got them all correct. And then there's two we really haven't learned about before. This bottom one was called a rectangular
triangle.
I learned
all right,
about
friends, can everybody mute themselves again for a couple minutes, and then you can unmute in a minute when we come back and I have new questions, okay? Noble, can you hear us? Can you unmute yourself and say hi? Do you hear us, buddy? I hope he's there. All right, so now we've seen 2D shapes like Damali said and 3D shapes. So what we're gonna do is go through each one of these shapes and you can all unmute and you're just gonna say 2D or 3D when I put my arrow under the shape, okay? So right now I'm under this crescent that looks like a moon. 2D or 3D, everybody go ahead.
2D.
Thanks, Gabby. Where's everybody else? You can unmute yourselves.
3D.
Or that's the idea. You could also put up a 2 or a 3 in your with your fingers if you don't want to shout out. Okay, how about this cone?
3D.
3D.
Thank you, Gabby. Thank you, Yana. All right, the dice.
3D.
Brianni, thanks.
3D.
This trapezoid.
2D.
Thank you. Is that Jaquan? I hear your voice. Thank you. This can of food.
3D.
Soccer ball.
3D.
2D.
Octagon.
2D.
3D.
2D. Thank you. The box.
3D.
3D.
Box of cereal.
3D.
And the rectangle.
2D.
2D. Great. Kiss y'all's brains. I knew I had a lot of smart friends. Can you guys mute yourselves again for just a minute? All right. And I'm just going to stop sharing for just a minute so I can check and see if we've got people waiting in the waiting room. It looks like we had somebody waiting. All right. Hi, friends. I'm still here. All right. Now we're going to come back and we're looking at sides and angles. Okay? Sides and angles. Can someone describe what those words mean? When we're looking at a shape and we're trying to find their sides, what are we looking for? Go ahead, Damali. What's the side of a shape?
A side of a shape is like a side that is pointy, I think, right?
So think about the two words we're going to talk about, sides and angles. So which one is the point?
The point is an angle, I think.
Yeah, so the points are the angles. So what are the sides then, Damali?
The sides are the parts that are not pointy and that are just like, for example, with the circle. It doesn't have any angles. It only has all sides.
Okay, so that's actually an interesting one to talk about because when we talk about sides for shapes, sides are actually just straight lines, okay? So the circle, like she said, doesn't have any angles, but guess what? Does it have any straight lines?
No, it doesn't have sides or angles.
You're right, it has no sides or angles. So now we're going to look at the sides, which are straight lines, and we're going to look for the angles, which is where the two lines meet and make a point. So I want a friend to help tell me how many sides and angles for this one, and I'm going to choose a different friend for every shape, okay? First is going to be Gabby for the green shape, Rihanna for the yellow shape. Go ahead, Gabby, you can unmute.
So the green one has 5 sides and 5 angles.
There we go, 5 sides and 5 angles. Great. All right, go ahead, Rihanna. The yellow one. And after our friends answer, what we'll do is we'll do a thumbs up if we agree and a thumb to the side if we don't agree and we have a question. Rihanna, can you try and unmute yourself? We don't hear you. Hi, Michael. Okay, Rihanna, how many sides and angles do you see on the yellow shape? This trapezoid.
Do you know? 4 sides.
Okay.
4 angles.
All right, thumbs up if you agree with Rihanna that it's 4 sides and 4 angles. Thumbs to the side if you have a question, we got to fix something. Thank you, Damali, for your thumb. I don't see any other thumbs, so I don't know what people are thinking. Thank you, Malik. Thank you, Briani. All right, I agree with Rihanna too. Thank you. Next is going to be Michael for the blue shape and then Malik for the purple shape, okay? How many sides are there and how many angles, the points where they meet? So hang on just a second. Actually, I got to let a couple people in. All right, actually, go ahead, Michael. You can go with our, blue shape. What do you see, bud? How many sides, how many angles? And then Malik is the purple one. Michael, can you hear me, buddy? I'm going to unmute you because you're on mute still. Do you know how to do that? You unmute yourself, buddy?
Yeah.
There we go.
So there are 4 sides.
Which one are you doing, buddy? Which color?
Blue.
Oh, wait, hang on, for blue. Okay, you got to count each one of these sides. Ready?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
One more.
8.
Okay, so how many sides?
There's 8 sides.
All right, and then go ahead and count the angles for us, bud.
Okay, angle down. 1, 2, 3,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Thank you, Michael. Thumbs up if you
Welcome.
agree with Michael that there's 8 sides and 8 angles. Thumbs to the side if you need something and you have a question about it. All right, I see a lot of people agreeing. Could I see some more thumbs? Thanks, Jonna. She's eating and she can still put her thumb up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, now go ahead, Malik, your turn, buddy. Purple shape.
4 sides, 4.
So you got 4 sides and then how many angles, buddy?
4.
Thank you, Malik. Everybody show us with your thumb. Thumbs up if you agree with Malik that the purple shape, the rectangle, has 4 sides and 4 angles. Thumbs to the side if you got a question. We got to fix something. Thank you. All right, next I'm going to do Javion and Brianni. So Brianni's going to be the orange shape, Javion the pink shape. Okay? So go ahead, Brianni, the orange one, the circle.
There's 0 sides
More.
and 0 ankles.
All right, thumbs up if you agree with Brianni. She said 0 sides, 0 angles. Thumbs to the side if we need something to be fixed. I see Gabby agrees. Who else agrees with her or disagrees? Michael agrees. Malik agrees. I agree too. Thank you, Brianni.
Hi, Jonna.
Okay, my friend. Who did I call? Javion, you're next.
Oh.
And then my last 2 are going to be Nate and John Aris. Okay, Nate, you're going to be the green. John Aris, you're going to be the red. You're counting the sides and angles. So right now I've got, hey Malik, can you stop spinning, buddy? Or is that Jaquan? I can't see. Oh, that's Jaquan. You're making me dizzy. Thank you. Who did I call for the pink one? Javion? All right, buddy, go ahead, unmute. What do you see? See the pink shape, Javion?
Yeah.
Okay, can you count the sides for us, please?
8.
Okay, and then how about angles?
7.
Here, you want me to, I'm gonna come around with my arrow because sometimes we lose track because there's a lot, okay? So do you see my arrow, Javion?
Yeah.
Okay, so count with me, ready? There's 1.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
All right, so what do you think?
8.
Thumbs up if you agree. Javion said 8 sides, 8 angles. Thumbs up if you agree with our friend Javion. Let's give him some love. Let me see some thumbs. He had a lot of angles and sides to count. Thank you, thank you. There are 8. What do you guys have, what have you been noticing so far? The pentagon had 5 sides, 5 angles. This had 4 sides, 4 angles. 8 sides, 8 angles. 4 sides, 4 angles. 0 sides, 0 angles. What are you guys noticing? Do you see some kind of pattern? Juliana, is that your hand up? Go ahead. What do you notice?
That the sides and the angles are the same number.
Interesting. I wonder if that's going to stay true. So let's keep seeing what happens. All right, I called 2 people for the last 2, Nate and then Jonna. So Nate, you can unmute, buddy, and tell us what you think.
3 sides and 3 angles.
All right, Nate says 3 sides, 3 angles. Show us with your thumb. You agree with Nate or you're not sure? All right, Miss Aponte's agreeing with you, Nate. Gabby's agreeing, Brianni and Amanda agree. I also agree. Okay, Jonna, we're on our last one, friend. Your turn. Let's see where our Jonna is. Hi, Jonna. Go ahead, friend. Want me to call? You want me to move my arrow so you can count the angles? John, I heard you say 7 sides. You want help counting the angles? Are you losing track? I can put my arrow. Ready? There's 1, 2. What do you see? What's your guess, Jonna? Can you show me with your fingers? Because I'm not hearing you on the mic. I don't know if you're talking, but I can't hear you. Can I have somebody help John Eddies out? How many angles do you see on that red shape down there? Amanda, can you help us? What do you see?
Jesus, I want to help.
On the circle or on the other red?
On this red shape here at the end.
Angles, right? Angles?
Yep.
6, 8, 8.
I see Gabby putting up fingers. She's counting. If somebody gets stuck, it's nice that we can all help. So we can all help by counting them ourselves, okay? So everybody can see that red shape. Everybody should be touching the angles with their finger to count them. So everyone should have an answer, okay?
Put up pink.
See that Gabby has the answer up. Showing us with her fingers.
All right, I see Gabby in the chat too.
Can be a dark color.
7. Thank you. Guys, we're gonna move on. If I call on somebody to give me an answer, I expect an answer, okay? John, if I call on you, I gotta be able to hear you. If I can't hear you, you gotta use your fingers or the chat. Okay, my
What
friend?
is that, bagels?
Otherwise, we get stuck for a really long time on one problem, and then everybody's sitting here getting bored, okay? So I'm really thankful for my friend's help.
Miss Anna,
Yes, Gabby?
I saw somebody row on the top green one.
Okay, thanks for letting me know. So Miss Aponte is going to be checking the chat now, friends, because we're going to do some work in there now. And I'm going to ask 2 friends to read for us. Jaquan, can you read the top part that's in English? And Amanda, will you read the bottom in Spanish, please? Go ahead and unmute. Jaquan first. I can. Jaquan, can you read for us, buddy? Can you see the screen?
Miss Anna,
Hang on,
I can write on parts of SHAP. You're welcome.
I hear Michael helping read for us because I don't hear Jaquan, and I'm not sure why I don't hear you, Jaquan. Can you say hello?
What's that word?
He
right
said
there?
that he can't hear Miss Anna.
He doesn't
Yes.
hear.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Can
Okay.
The one next to it. What's that word?
All right, Michael, go ahead. You can finish.
just a second.
Say
I
Sound it out.
I can
Sound it out. I.
I
D-
the
eh,
the
I get.
I definite
Identify.
identify
Yeah, I was trying to
No.
have him sound it out.
Oh, I hear you back there. Sorry, I didn't see you.
It's okay.
I can identify a part
Nope. E.
Part.
Two.
to parts,
Equal.
people, and fractions
How about we do this? Go back.
of I can identify as people
Right here.
include Equal
Equal.
parts and fractions of sheep.
What are we learning about today, Michael? Different
Different parts of
She's on his mask. Yeah.
Yep, different parts of all different kinds of shapes.
Yep.
Thank you, Michael. Thanks for reading for us. And thanks for helping when Jaquan wasn't available. Okay, Amanda, go ahead.
Yo puedo identificar partes iguales y fracciones de las formas.
Ok, muchas gracias, Amanda. Nosotros tenemos unas palabras nuevas aquí. Fracciones, fractions. Those are some new words for us that we really haven't used before in second grade. So we're going to talk about what it means to break apart shapes into fractions. This word, you'll hear in my videos next week. It says partitioning. Can everybody say partitioning? I see some lips moving. Partitioning.
Partitioning.
Love it. It means to divide into parts. So if I ask you, it's kind of like saying a special math word for cut. Cut the pizza into lots of parts. That's what we're doing here, but we call it partitioning in math. Dividing into parts. And we're going to be focusing on equal shares. We like to be fair in our classroom, and we're learning about equal shares. So when we divide shapes, we want to make sure that the pieces are all equal. So if you take a look right here, both of these rectangles have been chopped up into pieces, but they're still all equal pieces.
I can't see your screen.
You don't see my screen, Gabby? Then I think everybody does. Hang on a second. Let me check with Miss Aponte. Do you see my screen, Miss Aponte?
Yeah.
Gabby, you're going to have to go back or something to find it. All right. So we're looking for the pairs here that have equal shares. Which of these pairs have equal shares? So that means we're looking at these two circles. Are they equal, yes or no? So I want everybody with a thumb, everybody in the whole class, you've got a thumb up or a thumb down. Are these two circles cut into equal shares? I'm looking around and I'm gonna ask Miss Aponte to help thank friends for me too. When we see your thumb up or down, are they equal shares?
Thank you, Brianna. Thank you, Juliana. Brianna's got her thumb up.
Nate, can I see your thumb, please? Malik and Jaquan, can I see you? Thank you, Michael. So look at these two circles. They're both cut right in the middle. And if you got a piece of that cake or a piece of that pizza, it would be equal, okay? Those are equal shares. Juliana, it doesn't mean the pizzas have to be cut the same way. We're just looking to see if the pieces on the pizza are the same size, okay? So I look at this pizza, same size. This pizza, same size, okay? Now we're going to these two squares and you're gonna compare them. Are these pieces all the same size? And are these pieces all the same size? We're looking at both squares together. Thumbs up if the pieces are all equal. Thumbs down if the pieces are not all equal. You gotta look carefully to see what you think. We don't need a pencil yet, my friends. We're gonna use a pencil in a minute, but right now you're just looking at my screen. So thumbs up if these pieces on the square are all equal. Thumbs down if they're not all equal. I'm waiting to see some thumbs because I don't actually see any yet.
Davian, can you go to the camera, please?
Thank you, Damali. Nate, can you turn your camera down a little bit because we don't see you? Thank you, Rihanna. Thank you, Brianni. So I'm looking at this square and I'm seeing that these four pieces are all equal. But then I look at this square and I'm seeing this one's kind of skinny and this one's a little bigger. This one's a little bigger. This one's kind of skinny. So are all four of those pieces equal? If I got this skinny piece and Miss Aponte got this bigger piece, do you think that would be fair? Malik is shaking his head no. Why not, Malik? Can you unmute and tell us?
It's not fair because hers is bigger yours is more skinnier.
Thank you, Malik. So he's saying my piece was skinnier and hers was bigger. So are these equal pieces or are they not equal? Malik, you can tell me again because you know that. Yeah, I know you got it.
No.
No.
What other one?
Uh-huh.
Oh, no.
So he's saying this one was not equal, right? The one that had me and Miss Aponte's pieces on it was not equal. This one was equal. All right,
Yeah.
we're going to skip to the next page. And everybody's going to type in the chat, I think, this time. So let's move to the chat. Everybody's going to the chat. And if your chat doesn't work, then you can show me with your finger.
But I can't see your screen.
Gabby, I'm not sure what's happening. I'll stop and I'll share again and see if it helps.
Now it worked.
Okay, there we go. So we're looking at the first circle and you're going to type in the chat. You're just going to say yes or no. Does it have equal pieces or are the pieces not equal? So if I cut this in half and say it was a cookie and I was going to give it to 2 people, would this be fair and equal or not equal? Go ahead to the chat and I'm going to ask Miss Aponte to just help let me know what people are saying in the chat. So I should see a yes or a no answer in there. And if you don't have the chat, you can use your thumb. Yep.
Wait, I'm just using, if I can't use the chat or if the chat's not working, I just use my fingers.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so Brianni, Gabby,
I'll be right back.
answered.
Yes. Yes,
Oh,
yes,
stop my
yes,
video.
All right.
yes,
A lot of
yes.
people saying yes. Now we're going to the triangle. I want you to type yes or no. Is the triangle split into equal groups or equal parts? Go ahead and type.
Where's the mute? Where's the
Or
mute?
show with your thumb. Yes or no. Oops, sorry.
Triangle.
I'm looking for answers to the triangle.
Yeah.
Abby says no.
I gotta
Brianna
look at
said
it.
yes. Brianni said no.
Yes.
Brianna, can you unmute and talk to me about this triangle?
Triangle's good. Hello.
Hi, Michael. What do you mean the triangle's good?
The answer is yes.
Is this, see how the triangle's cut apart? See how somebody cut it there? They partitioned it. Did they make 2 equal pieces?
Yeah.
Take a look. So let's pretend this
No, they made one.
They made this one big piece up here, and then look at the piece down here. What about this piece? What do you think?
It's little.
All right, so would you be happy if you got this piece here at the bottom?
No.
No.
Probably not. Why not? Why not, Michael? Why wouldn't you want that piece?
Because it's small.
Because it's smaller. So if it were equal, then it wouldn't matter. What do you think, Rihanna? Do you think these are equal pieces or no?
No.
Okay, why not? What do you notice about the pieces?
One's smaller and one's bigger.
I noticed that too. Thanks. So for this one, we would say no, not equal. All right, we're moving to this square. You can say yes or no, or show with your thumb, equal or not equal. Equal, yes or no?
Yes. Yes, it is equal.
A lot of yeses.
Damali says that.
Okay.
Damali, the great
I'm
Damali.
skipping. Thanks, Damali. I'm skipping down to this big rectangle. Equal or not?
No.
I see some friends showing me with thumbs. Is this big rectangle cut into equal pieces or no? Gabby said no. Damali said no. All right, thank you.
In the chat with my thumb.
And I see some people in the chat helping too. Thank you. All right, can I ask everybody to mute themselves or oh, I have to make Miss Aponte the co-host. So you can
I'll leave my phone on too.
So Miss Aponte, would you just scroll through and help me make sure they're muted? All right, friends, so now we're going to talk about that new word we saw during the learning target that Michael and Amanda read to us about fractions. So fractions are going to be really important in 3rd grade, and we're going to talk a little bit about them here in 2nd grade. Fractions are small or tiny parts of something. So when we look at this rectangle is just a hole. He's not cut into any smaller pieces, he's just a hole. This circle is cut into how many pieces? Show me with your fingers. How many pieces is the circle cut into? Rihanna's showing me with her fingers. So is Brianni, Damali, thank you. Jana, can you please sit up, my friend? Jana Reese. Thank you, Michael. It's cut into 2 pieces and it's called halves. Halves. Show me how many pieces the square is cut into. How many pieces is the square cut into? Show me with your fingers, please. Thank you, Juliana.
Molly wrote 3.
Thank you. Thank you, Brianni. Thank you, Jana. Cut into 3 pieces. That's called thirds. And then the last one, this big rectangle, how many pieces is this cut into?
4.
4th.
4.
4. 4, and that's why it's called fourths.
Fourths.
Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, so we're going to take a look now at different shapes, different ways that they're partitioned, and we're going to say if they are a whole, that means they're a total, or if they're a half, cut into halves, which is 2, thirds, which is 3, or fourths, which is 4. So I need everybody in the chat. If you can't type in the chat, then you can show me with your fingers. If it's a whole, halves, you can show a 2, thirds, you can show a 3, and fourths, you can show a 4. So the first shape is this circle up here. Is that a whole, halves, thirds, or fourths? And the words are right here, so you can copy them and type them, okay? So you'll know how to spell halves, you'll know how to spell thirds and fourths. So look at the word and then type it so you can spell it correctly.
Brianni Jaquan wrote 2.
So if it's 2 pieces, then what word is that? What's the fraction that it's broken into? Who can unmute and tell me the answer for that?
Half.
Halves.
Half.
Okay, so I'm going to put that in the chat. So the answer is halves. It is split into 2 pieces. That helps us get to the answer, but the answer is actually halves, okay? All right, how about this big rectangle here that doesn't have any cuts in it? Is that a whole, halves, thirds, or fourths? Go ahead to the chat.
Whole.
Or you can unmute,
Whole.
that's fine.
It's a whole.
Okay, I heard Gabby's answer. Anybody else got an answer?
Whole.
Whole.
All right, I agree with whole, which starts with that letter.
And the square is fourths. And the square is fourths.
Okay, so Miss Aponte put the answer in the chat for you to see too. Whole, that's how we spell it. All right, we're looking at the square. Gabby's just a little faster than me. We're looking at the square. Is that a whole, halves, thirds, or fourths? Go ahead.
Fourth.
Fourth.
Fourths.
Fourth.
And then
say fourth.
I'll
Fourth.
ask Aponte to go ahead and put that in the chat again. Thank you so much.
Fourth.
She's showing you how it's written too. Kind of like the number 4, fourths. This one at the bottom that's got a cut diagonal in the rectangle. What is this one cut into? Is this
Halves.
halves, thirds, or fourths?
Halves.
I hear a lot of people saying halves. Thank you. All right, now the circle in the middle. What's the circle cut into? I'm really liking that I hear lots of different voices. Thank you. I hope I can hear some more people too. Thank you.
Fourth.
And the last one, the square. Thirds. It's cut into thirds. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, my friends, we have worked hard today. I want to talk to you for another minute before we go, but I'm going to stop my share. And I just want to get, yep.
I wanted to ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Did you try out the Adventure Academy?
Oh, no, I forgot to try it out. Let me put it on my to-do list right now so I remember. Adventure Academy, right? That's what you've been playing on and learning?
Yeah, I don't play it much, but...
Yeah, you basically work on it. You're using it to work?
It's fun. Well, no, I just work on I work on
Google Classroom and stuff, but I don't play it.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks, Gabby. I'll check it out, okay? All right, friends, I'm going to let you ask questions in just a minute, Damali, but first we're going to wrap up our math section, okay? I want to do a little bit of review. Can everybody show me what a shape's side looks like? Remember, I used my hand and my finger to show you what sides look like. What does the side of a shape look like? Yep, it can face any way. It's just straight, just no curve, okay? It's straight. That's the side. Show me what an angle looks like. What does an angle look like? I'm waiting for a few more people to show me. Thank you, Rihanna. John Addies, can you please show us? Nate, can you show us what an angle looks like? Thanks, Juliana. An angle is where the two lines meet. Okay, the two lines meet and touch, and it forms like a little corner. That's called the angle. Okay, so when we cut up shapes into equal parts, if we cut it into halves, how many pieces will there be? If we cut a shape into halves, how many pieces will there be? Show me with your fingers. Will there be 1 piece, 2 pieces, 3 pieces, 4 pieces? If I cut a pizza in half or into halves, how many pieces will the pizza have? You guys use the word half, right? There will be 2 pizzas, right? We'll just cut it down the middle and there'll be 2. All right, what if we cut it into thirds? Listen, because there's a clue in that word. What if we cut it into thirds? How many pieces will there be? Show me with your finger.
There would be 3.
And what if we cut it into fourths? How many pieces would there be? Okay, so there's clues in those words. There's clues in the word thirds, because it sounds like 3. And there's clue in the word fourths, because it sounds like 4. The only one that doesn't have a clue is half, but we've been using the word half for a long time. I bet your parents tell you you can break the cookie in half. You can have half a cookie, or you can have half a sandwich. Okay, my friends, so thanks for your hard work in math today. I'm going to